I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here been the front seat. Get my meals, I'm gunning for the money. Money in the bank, coming with a dank. Skrilling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? And welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights Live on Woodsports.com. I'm Eazy, I spin more racks.
What up, though?
JB Smooth is gone, so we got the one and only Detroit Mario, Nicholas Koloff filling in.
Let's go, boys.
Chris
Let's go. Let's have a day. Friday. Pick 'em. Let's get it.
Friday Pick'em. Today's the day we get Nick in a hot dog suit. Almost said hot suit.
I mean, there's not, like...
The games aren't great?
The games aren't great.
Bye weeks is starting to flow in, so it's like getting... I mean, why you say that?
And the matchups aren't great.
Did you pick the best matchups, or you just kind of like...
I literally picked the best matchups.
Cause sometimes I'm like, why you pick this game? It's also because it's hard to pick.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I gotta pick. I can't not only pick. I gotta pick more than fucking 4 games a week.
What was the voice we were gonna do today?
Hi, my name is Spencer Raxter, and welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights. Appreciate you all for joining in.
I feel like, by the way, if he's listening to you, I love you, Jeff, and this is not a shot in any way. But I feel like Jeff does it.
Jeff puts on a voice for sure.
Yeah, Jeff puts on like a...
Yeah.
All right, so Matt
He's like, all right, boys, let's...
Yeah. So, all right, Matt Shepard, he's going to be doing the night show with Broder. And so he's a great voice, right?
Yeah.
So we're like, damn, like, this is our guy Booner like that. And, like, he must be him.
Yeah.
He obviously was a voice for the Tigers at one point.
Fantastic
How you feel about it, whether or not the man has a great voice. Is that how we need to go through life? Do we need to change the way we project our voices in conversations? And I don't know how to do it.
It's, either you got to buy it, you got to be all in, or you're not. Shep did a great job today on BDE, though, and he's going to take the opportunity over nights, and he's going to run with it, I'm sure. So, R.I.P. Booner, but...
Booner will still be here. Booner will be the TD for the new Woodward Night show, too, so don't think Booner is, like, necessarily gone for good. He's just moving to the TV booth.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
You still hear him. He'll still be giving his takes, all that good stuff. But either way, carrying on the show.
A lot of injuries last night on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, there was. And one bullshit one. It's not a bullshit because injuries happen. People, by the way, if you're crying, I get, like, people crying for, or I'm sorry, I don't get the people that are crying for the Mark Andrews one. Like, that happens. It was a gamble, quite literally. The one that pissed me off and quite possibly affected my parlay that I lost too, Joe Burrow, before the game, had the cast or whatever it was on his hand. And it was reported, obviously, like the Bengals.
People said it was a drawing glove.
Okay, and here's my thing.
Motherfucker doesn't draw on the planes. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, like, okay, find me an article of Joe Burrow's artistic ability.
Yeah.
Find me because he's been in the Super Bowl every single, like, there's been like media row where he just did media for a complete week. Find me the one where he's like, yeah, I drew a lot growing up as a kid, or I like painting, or Van Gogh was great. Like, find me that.
Yeah.
To sell me that, because the other part that makes it like sketchy, they deleted the tweet. The Bengals, and the video that showed that on his hand, they deleted the tweet.
For real?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah. And the NFL's investigating it. FanDuel, give me a credit back at least, fam.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, that's wild. And it's like, again, Mark Andrews, that shit happens. This was like an injury that just was not disclosed heading into the game. But then I did listen to the NFL Insider Show, a clip from it. They're like, well, if a guy goes through the week, I think it was Ian Rappaport, he was confused himself. He's like, how do you decide if a guy goes through the week and practices and not in limited fashion, do you still put him on the injury report? But I just feel like in a society where we're gambling on games, you know what I'm saying, in a country where it's legal to gamble, you should be privy to every injury. Am I wrong, Nick? I mean, were you a victim of that last night?
I was not, but I've seen you. I've seen your tweets about it. You are heavy, and I did not want to see that bet slip. I'll tell you that easy.
I'm riding for the people, man.
I totally understand why everybody's upset. That has to be disclosed. Like, that's just information that has to be out there.
Again, like, it's one thing if it happens in the game, but it's different when if it was a undisclosed injury. And for them to delete the tweet makes it sketchy. The fact that NFL's investigated makes it sketchy. And again, in a gambling society, and not that every member of society is out here gambling, but like, to a public that can gamble, I feel like you should be able to have accurate information before you like make these wagers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, am I wrong there?
No, I don't think you're wrong. It's especially with how prevalent betting is today in sports that's something that has to be taken care of. That's something that has to be in the forefront. So,
like, if you're gonna have, especially like I get to like one. Actually, I don't know how like the NFL like surpasses like the HIPAA stuff too. By the way, I don't understand like because I know like all your health information is supposed to be like personal to you and then not disclosed to the public or to your like your job or anything like that. But like the NFL is like, yeah, he's got a limp dick this week.
Yeah.
He can't go, bruised asshole.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how that works, but like
cervix injury.
Yeah, cervix.
Bruised the cervix.
Pinch cervix. But I don't know, man. It's just it's a weird thing. Chris, you got any take on this one?
Repeat it real quick. I was trying to work through.
I guess just like the fact that like we're allowed to gamble.
Yeah.
Say this was a gambling show even, and my like income was based on like the picks I gave out and like people like sharing because I was doing well, and I gave you guys a Joe Burrow pick and like his undisclosed wrist injury for a quarterback on his throwing hand. No, and obviously last night it's just I don't know, man.
No, it's 100% wrong. There's no way to slice it. I mean, I know that the teams want the competitive edge and maybe you don't want to lead with, as Cincinnati, you don't want to disclose that he's hurt. But you're obligated to because the entire country is able to bet on this. So even if your state can't, which I believe Ohio can, right? I believe Ohio can bet.
Yeah.
But even if you were one of the states that couldn't bet, football is a nationwide sport, a global sport. Like people are betting from all over the place. So you have an obligation to not disclose or to not hide any information. So it's just no matter how you slice it, it's wrong. I understand the competitive advantage, but it's flat out wrong because you're playing with people's money at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I guess the answer it would be not to gamble. Isn't I doing it? Is it a Shep? Hey. I guess the answer would be not to gamble, and it's just maybe something you shouldn't do. But at the same time, if you are going to gamble, you should be privy to information like that.
Yeah, that's pretty important information to be withholding.
Yeah. Speaking of withholding information, do you have the tweet from the fired Michigan employee or the linebackers coach?
Yes, we do.
Because I don't remember his name offhand.
Chris Partridge.
Chris Partridge?
The linebacker coach, or ex-linebacker coach now.
Yeah. Michigan Wolverine News, Chris Partridge has been relieved of his duties as a member of the football staff. Rick Minter will now serve as the team's linebackers coach, and that's because he hid information regarding the Connor Stallions investigation. So there was something there. And I don't know if he had to have known if he disposed of evidence. Right? And allegedly too. More information. More information came out. Shut the fuck up.
All right, I'm done.
God damn. More information came out and was funded by a booster allegedly named Uncle T.
Uncle T?
And through our own investigations, we have a photo of Uncle T. Can you put this one up, Chris?
Yes.
They found who Uncle T is, and he's got all this money, all this pull to to call games. And it's Tony Soprano, known crime boss of the Soprano crime family. All right, go ahead, talk your.
But nothing was wrong. It's a witch hunt. It's a nothing burger. They didn't do anything wrong. Oh yeah, you got coaches burning evidence, getting fired from the best defense. But this is a win for Michigan. Remember that. Remember that, guys. This is a win for Michigan.
Oh damn!
He thinks he could take on hell with a squirt gun.
That was unsensitive. Nick, you're a Michigan fan. What? Do you have any how are you feeling right now?
I said it a week ago when the news came out that Harbaugh would be suspended for 3 games, the last 3 games of the season. I'm going to stick to it. It's a burden on the season when you have one job and it's to get the natty. To not have your head coach and then to see a linebackers coach that was obviously somewhat a part of it. I mean, the linebacker coach obviously relays, signals. They have to be in lockstep with the middle linebacker and the defensive coordinator. So, I mean, when you think about that, obviously he was going to be a part of it. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, job's not finished. Take care of Maryland. Take care of OSU. Get to the playoffs, and Jimmy Boy will be back. So that's where I'm at with it. Win the games. I'm tired of all this bullshit.
Hey. Don't call it bullshit. Call it what it is. Cheating.
It's bullshit.
It's cheating.
It's something.
All right. It's enough trolling.
You drive now.
It's enough trolling. It's, it is what it is. Like I said, I didn't really think too much of it when it happened, but when they're all like, it's a witch hunt, it's a nothing burger, our Messiah would never do anything to put anything in danger. He were going to war with the Big Ten. We're going to take the Big Ten down. We're bigger than the institution. Oh, guess what? You took the suspension like a bitch. You fired your cheaters.
And that's the clip, Nick.
It's just, it is what it is, man. It's like, you're fired. Just admit it. Like, I'll admit you guys have a great team. You guys are 10-0. You whooped the fuck out of us. Beat the shit out of us, but you didn't even need to steal our sides to beat us.
Yeah.
But admit you guys cheated. Admit Jim Harbaugh is a cheater.
It's a well-known fact that Jim Harbaugh is like ultra competitive too. Like they did a bit about it in the show I think that Chris has watched with the guys from Detroit. It was Detroiters where he was at the folding warehouse and he's like folding and he just can't hit it, so he's like throwing his hat. It's a play on like who he is. He's ultra competitive, Jim Harbaugh, and it is what it is, man. I guess he did do it. Maybe they're all privy. Yeah. Again, if you because the other thing too, they're trying to play like the linebacker coach didn't know, but he did knowingly dispose of evidence.
Disposed of evidence.
But if he disposed of evidence, you knew.
He knew. And if he disposed of evidence, there was evidence of something to be disposed of. Yes. So you cheated. Like, admit it. Admit it. Everybody does it. Yeah. Like, I'm with you guys. Alabama cheats for sure.
Yeah.
Georgia cheats for sure. Ohio State cheats for sure. You got caught. Fess up. Stop saying, oh, it's a nothing burger. It was a witch hunt. This is a win for Michigan. No. You guys cheated and you got caught. It sucks. You still got a great team. Still got a great team. But you cheated.
It's like that meme where the guy's riding the bike and he puts the stick in in the middle of him, the sprongs or whatever, and falls. He's like, ah.
Yeah, it's not Eric Andre meme. Oh, yeah. I posted that.
Why is the Big Ten attacking
me? I posted that weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it's still true. Why would the Big Ten and our rivals do this to us? Yeah. And it's Michigan shooting themselves.
And again, everyone's cheating. It's just that, I think I don't know who said this one, but it's like you guys were the one that were stupid enough to get caught.
Yeah.
I know, it's unfortunate. Because
Echo 4 whiskey. Sign stealing is not cheating. Yeah, then why'd you fire 2 of your staffers, destroy evidence your coach is suspended for 3 games?
Yeah.
What would... They just don't like us.
Yeah. I think what's disappointing about it too, if I were a Michigan fan, is the fact that you're capable of winning games without going to that extreme of stealing signs. Mm-hmm. Everybody steals signs, but everybody's buying tickets to other games or sitting on the sidelines of fucking Central Michigan, scouting Michigan State, who you already know you're gonna plow over without that going to that extreme.
For sure, didn't need it. Michigan State's a garbage football program.
You know what I'm saying? That's the disappointing part. It's you didn't need to go this far, and if you were gonna go this far, save it for the playoffs. Save it for Ohio State. Don't do it consistently every single game to where you're going to get caught.
Justin from North Carolina says, so is 3 games the precedent? It is for the Big Ten, but the NCAA is still investigating.
That's the scary part.
The NCAA still has their ruling that's going to come. Yeah, and when you got coaches that are getting fired off of the best defense in the country, out of a great linebacker group, because they were destroying evidence, FBI doesn't like that. NCAA won't like that.
You like that?
Let me tell you guys about Big Boy.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the veal parmesan or the new Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl. How about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. The classic lumberjack or the Santa Fe Garden. Also, new apple pie hotcakes that are so good to miss. Top it off with the gingerbread shake for dessert. All of that and more at Big Boy.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? and even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equipment Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Swiss Insurance. They cover Woodward Sports and they can cover you too. Make sure you contact my guy Mark at SwissINS.com or give him a call at 248-800-4177. I'm over. You're going to keep laughing every time I talk. You fucking drive.
No, I won't. This is funny.
Let me drive the boat.
Welcome back to Whatever Ways live on Woodwardsports.com. I'm Eazy. Spin more racks. Young Chris. Nicholas, call up. Who's he talking to in there?
I don't know.
Is he what?
I don't know.
I'm so confused. I thought he was like, I don't know. I don't have headphones, so I can't really hear him. Apologize. Detroit Lions news. And I should have sent the video for this one. I apologize for it. But James Houston, out of the boot, and not just out of the boot,
pulling a sled.
Yeah. Spinny. How you feel?
I feel like I'm sitting on 25 mil. Like it's. I mean, we'll see. Is that just rehab? I feel like that's more intense than just rehab of him pulling a sled like that. Like that's an actual workout. He's with the trainers on the sidelines. So hopefully he'll be back in the next couple of weeks because, we need him. We've talked about the pass rush on this team or the lack thereof pass rush on this team. And we know what James Houston could do, and that is murder the quarterback. So we need that guy back as soon as possible. We need him here as soon as possible because he is a better option than Bruce Irvin. And if you guys were busting your loads over Bruce Irvin, you should be even happier that James Houston is on the sideline pulling the sled because that is a guy that can make a difference.
Absolutely make a difference. And like I'm still excited about the Bruce Irvin signing again. If you want to like downplay it as he's 36 years old and he only had 3.5 sacks last year, I don't care because the guys we have in town right now, in the locker room right now, aren't producing. I think combination, I saw it somewhere, between like Josh Pascal, Kaminsky, and the rest of the team outside of Aleem McNeil and Aiden only combined for 3.5 sacks, which is what Bruce Irvin had in just 10 games last year. I'm excited for it, even if it's just another body. And that's another thing I learned back when we had Jim Schwartz as a head coach, who's also a phenomenal defensive coordinator. That was like his trend, is to rotate your defensive linemen and keep them fresh. Mm-hmm. He started that shit. And that's what we're going to be able to do even once James Houston comes back. If Bruce Irvin's not consistent with it, or because he is 36 years old, he can't bring it on a consistent level, thank God James Houston's coming back. Yeah. Man. I'm excited for that one. And we have a cut from Aiden Hutchinson with the locker room yesterday, who sounded pretty pissed off.
How would you describe the mood of the defense after the game against the Chargers?
Definitely, we're not happy with that, with our performance, but we're going to bounce back.
Lots of pressure for this team so far on quarterbacks, but maybe not the sacks that you would like. I guess, how would you assess your pass rush 10 weeks into the season?
Yeah, I think we just gotta finish it, man. That's all. I can go on and ramble on and on, but I feel like at the end of the day, that's the message.
You are third in the league in pressures. How have you felt teams kind of prepare for you and get an extra body over there, an extra focus on you?
Yeah, and that's. You could tell. I tried to tell you guys that. Like, he's pissed, too, that he's not getting these sacks. Yeah. He's pissed, too, that they're not finishing, that they're getting blue balls when rushing the quarterback. Like, the pressures are nice. I know Booner thinks pressures matter, but we saw, Jay Herbo go out there and cook with pressures in his face. Good quarterbacks will be able to get through pressures. You need to get the quarterback on the ground. And he knows more than anyone that he needs to do that more often, that he needs to go out there and finish these sacks. And, yeah, he's mad he isn't too because he expects more out of himself. He expects him to be an elite player in this league just like we do. So he's going to go out there and he's going to get those sacks.
He's third in the league in pressures. He is the second overall pick in the draft. He had 9 sacks as a rookie alongside James Houston, who, again, is probably going to be back in a month or so. He knows what he's capable of. He has that standard for himself. I even talked about it a couple weeks back when he was talking about like actually returning one of those interceptions or fumble recoveries for a touchdown. And the way he said it, it felt like he was going to speak into existence. And I can tell how dismissive he is of these questions is because he's questioning himself. They've questioned themselves during the film sessions. They've been, and by the way, AG's a demanding coach. Like he don't sweeten anything. He delivers it when needs to be delivered, and he's going to bring a little sting with it too. He's pissed off. Yeah. And you have a guy of that caliber. Well, again, I've been asking for it. I've been seeing that the Max Crosby's getting pissed off after they get a sack, with TJ Watts just go beast mode rather than like hitting a little dance. I feel like Aiden's going to be in fucking beast mode this Sunday. And I can't wait till he gets a hold of Justin Fields and slams him and escorts him down to that four-field turf. I'm excited for it.
I am too. I'm excited to see angry Aiden Hutchinson. I'm excited to see a guy go out there and get what's his. Get what he deserves. He's putting in the work. He's putting in the pressure. Like, he's got the most blue balls out of anybody in the league.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's third in pressures in the NFL.
Exactly.
But he only has 4.5 sacks on the season. It means he's getting there, and he's not getting home. Man's edging all season. Yeah. Like, he is going to go out there, and I expect him to have at least a sack and a half against Justin Fields, against these Chicago Bears, and get out some of that tension.
Nick, I know you're a Michigan fan as well as a Detroit Lions fan. How do you feel about hearing pissed off Hutch?
I think it's great going into this game because it is a divisional rivalry. I think it was 8 sacks maybe or something ridiculous last time Chicago came into Ford Field in this super hostile environment. We completely owned the Chicago Bears, and Justin Fields does like to escape the pocket a little bit. So I really think this is a big game for Hutchinson to get him kick-started on this back end of the schedule, to have be a big reason why this defense starts creeping up into like the top 12 compared to the back like 20. And if that happens, this Detroit Lions team is going to be really hard to beat.
Yeah, I think the one thing too is with Hutch particularly too is I remember last year on the road in Chicago, there was like 2 plays. It was like it's funny too because Justin Fields came from Ohio State and Aiden's at Michigan. It's like ultimate rivalry, but it kept feeling like that one point in the red zone they kept like colliding with each other. Yeah. And it was one play Justin beat him for the touchdown. The other one Justin had I believe it was a handoff, whatever. That Superman tackle.
David Montgomery.
Yeah, drove across the line or dove across the line. Like I feel like. I don't know, I feel like there's something a little extra from this one. Not just for us as fans, but for this team and for Aiden especially. Like, we are fans of this team, a lot of us. I know there's a lot of you guys listening from out of state. Shout out to you guys who tap in with us at Woodward Sports. But the people that grew up here, Aiden's one of those. Yeah. So he already has like a natural born hatred for the Chicago Bears and their arrogant fans, even though they've never had back in the day, but that's well before any of us were born. We didn't know that version of the Chicago Bears. So for them to speak so highly and arrogantly down on Detroit Lions, it's rough years that we had. Like, there's just some extra motivation, and add the fact that Justin Fields went to Ohio State and he's got the better of Aiden a couple of times, a little juke and run for a couple more yards. But I don't know, man. I'm excited to see pissed off Hutch this Sunday. Some more Detroit Lions news for this game, and going over to the offensive side of the ball is Jonah Jackson. Yeah. Jonah Jackson going to be out for this one. It does suck. I think he is a premier run blocker for this team and the NFL,
man,
quite
can't
frankly.
stay healthy, bro.
It's
no,
he
God, please, no.
And there's a wrist on there, too. Yeah. But those high ankle sprains are tough to come back from. You're talking about a 300-pound boy who's asked to, pull and get the run down the field as we spoke earlier this week. I don't think he was fully hot. I think he came back a little bit too soon.
Shout out to Marcus Genma. He says, listening all the way from Kansas. Just on a hunting trip, though, LOL.
Wow.
Well, that's fair. But still, have fun in Kansas.
Shoot him straight.
But, shoot him straight. Get a buck. Bring me some venison.
Ooh, yeah, get some jerky. Send us some jerky.
Send some venison jerky to the heavies. Yeah. We'll review it live on air. But I agree that Jonah Jackson being out sucks, yes, but it's not like a debilitating loss for the Lions. Yeah. We've seen them fill that spot. We've seen whoever it's going to be, whether it's going to be Yodi, whether it's going to be Sorsdale, whether it's going to be Big Dan Skipper, whoever they put in at that left guard spot is going to do a serviceable job. And you're in between Taylor Decker and Frank Ragnow. So you can make up for having a little lesser of a player in there when you've got those two guys on both sides of you. So, yeah, it sucks not having Jonah in because he is extremely talented at pulling. He is one of the most athletic linemen we have to when he gets in the open field, does a lot of things. You can free up a lot of different plays in the playbook when you have Jonah Jackson in there. But they're going to fill that hole with another solid player. So I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, yeah, of course, like you're a little bit more confident heading into this game, especially for like, I was happy for David. And obviously Dave Montgomery in this one because it's his revenge game. I remember when they were doing I said it yesterday, the social media clips to pick up the teams they're most excited to play. He picked up the Bears. He was not scared about it, and I just wanted him to have that big game against the Bears, especially because like they tried to back away from him, like they weren't talking shit. But a lot of Bears fans were hating on Dave Montgomery when he came here. Like, oh, we got Herbert. Herbert's better anyway. Yada, blase. I was excited for Dave Montgomery to shut those boys up. But he's still going to do it. They're still going to be able to do it. I just don't think it'd be as nasty and dirty as it was going to be with Jonah in the game.
Nicholas Duncan in the Woodward Sports Chat says, we needed Evan Brown this season. Would you rather have Evan Brown or Graham Glasgow? Because I'd rather have Graham Glasgow, personally. He could do more. He's better. And now he's got the starting spot. Yeah, it'd be nice to have Evan Brown, but we didn't need him. They're going to be just fine. They're going to run for 200-plus yards tomorrow with or without Jonah Jackson.
And I'm not trying to...
No, yeah, I love Jonah. He's a great player.
Yeah.
And I'd much rather have him in there, don't get me wrong, but this isn't a game-hampering loss.
And I'm not trying to poo-poo on Nicholas either, but like this is a position that we've been rotating guys in for the past 2 years, the guard spot, even when Evan Brown was here.
Dan Skipper has played well when he's played guard.
And he's a tackle by trade.
Yeah. He's a big man, dude. Dan Skipper is a big man.
He's huge. He is huge, and he's really sweaty.
Yeah.
That guy sweats. But I guess I should have went this way instead of going right to Jonah Jackson. But another defensive line news. I know we're getting Houston back here shortly, but it sounds like we may have lost Bugs in the season. He's been in and out the injury report with an illness. Dan Campbell didn't disclose what specifically. I think it was David Burkett that kept like probing him for it, but he's just like, he's going to be gone for a minute, and I don't know when he's coming back.
There's a bug going around in Detroit, you know.
Well, he's got something.
Yeah, Ivy had it. It took him out for a week and a half.
No, but this one, he's saying, like, he's coming back for the season. I don't think it's just like a bug. I think it's something a little bit more serious.
There was something to say about Ivy. Like, we watched him at the game. Like, he didn't touch the rim when he jumped. Like,
he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he was noticeably thinner.
Yeah, like,
but
lacking
that
energy.
you said, like, out for the season with a sickness.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
That's what I'm saying. It's something else.
Something serious.
He didn't necessarily say, because Dave was like, was he coming back for the season? And Dan was like, I can't really answer that. I just know that he's dealing with something medically. Like,
damn.
Yeah. So
well, hopefully Bugs is fine. Big booty Bugs. Hopefully he goes out there.
I am a fan of guys with big butts.
Hopefully he heals up, he rests up, he gets healthy, because he's a great guy, he's a great leader, he's a great player. So
yeah,
hopefully it's not too serious and nothing obviously life threatening or anything like that. So hopefully Bugs is good to go. But we're going to talk more about that later. But first, let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Come into Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and register to win a trip of your dreams. An all-expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right. No expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Feldman Auto is Detroit's
From the gates of hell.
Feldman Auto is Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer. They got 18 locations across the great state of Michigan. Just visit feldmanauto.com to find the closest location near you. That's feldmanauto.com.
No, put it back on.
No, put it back on. It's cool.
All right.
It's kind of cool.
Wait till you see it.
Solo cammy and just keep changing it. Nick.
What the?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
What the fuck?
This was.
Wait, that was
What is
red.
happening? Now this is getting bigger. What are you doing right now?
We're trying some stuff out. I don't think that is ready for the back wall yet.
The back wall's on some LSD. Hit that like button, 5-star review on all podcast platforms.
That's literally what it looks. That's like shrooms.
That is like shrooms.
Yeah, don't use that one either, Nick.
It's weird. You can't tell that it's doing it though. Like in the big screen, put it on the big screen. Sorry, because I just want context of what's going on. I'm sorry for the audio audience. Right now, our back wall is like wilding out right now. But on the big screen, you can't tell that it's even doing it.
No, you can see the movement.
You can definitely
Can you?
see it. It's like you're on shrooms.
It does it for Planet Fitness too. Watch. Hit the Planet Fitness one.
Oh, now it's getting bigger. Oh, I think it's supposed to move like a little bit faster. They want it moving to keep the eyes engaged. Hit the like button, 5-star review on podcast platforms.
You didn't notice that, Spencer?
No.
Chris, I sent that JMO one in there if you want to get it at some point. But before then, I guess we'll jump to some other
I'm having
news.
shroom flashbacks watching that.
So with the news of Isaiah Bucks possibly missing the season, and obviously Detroit Lions pass rush isn't what we want it to be or what we expected of it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's some news floating around there about Akeem Hicks joining a contender.
Donkey Kong Sue.
And Dominican Sue joining a contender. And I guess I just want to ask, because they're talking about joining contenders, meaning they're the teams that are vying for a Super Bowl victory.
I don't like this.
They're at the age where they're ring chasing. Are the Lions good enough for Akeem Hicks or Sue to join the squad and chase a Super Bowl ring? Are they good? Don't worry about it. I need you focused
in the corner of my eye, bro. It's giving me.
You're good.
It's giving me the tingly hinglies. But I do
Why
think.
is it doing this?
I don't know. This is like literally giving me shroom flashbacks.
All right, it's good. We're good. Just go.
All
Just
right,
go.
I think.
Stop it! We're God. Jesus Christ!
I think it is breathing. Like literally.
All right, come on.
I'm freaking out here, man. No, I think that the Lions are good enough. I think the Lions are good enough to have a team identify them as a contender and be like, all right, that's the one I'm going to go to. These are the guys that I'm going to go to because they are second in the NFC. They do have the easiest schedule remaining. They're going to be 9-2 here in a couple weeks. Like, I think the Lions have a chance at landing one of these big fish, old fish free agents that'll come in and help make a difference.
What do you mean by fish? I'm reaching there. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, no, I think they can. I think they can make it happen. I think the Lions are a destination that is on the radar of that caliber of player because of where they are. Like I said, they're going to comfortably win their division. They're going to be second, at least second in the NFC, and they're making noise. So I think the Lions are in a spot where they're on the map of players like that.
Yeah, I guess another question too, and maybe I'll ask Nick this before I give that caveat, but do you think the Detroit Lions are perceived in a way where Dominican Sue or Akeem Hicks is like, yeah, I'm going to go join this team, and I'm going to go Super Bowl chase because I'm nearing 40 years old and my career is almost over?
I 100% do think that the Detroit Lions are contenders, and they are perceived contenders as well. And if you look at their schedule, I said this after the big LA Charger win, we have the clear path to the #1 seed. The Eagles have a very tough schedule. That means you get 2 home playoff games if you win the first. So I think, yes, 100% they are, and I do believe they should go after one of these 2 defensive linemen because that's where this team struggles. I would love to see them make a move here.
Other question.
All
right. Sorry, audio listeners, this is a complete cousin episode.
Yeah, it's Friday, man.
It's gone retarded. But my serious question, though, is like, okay, we asked the question, are the Detroit Lions good enough for these teams or for these guys to join and perceived as contenders enough? Are these guys good enough to help the Lions edge as a contender? both Ndamukong Suh and Akeem Hicks.
Yes, I think they are. I think those are guys that, like that position, like defensive tackle, you can be an old head playing that position. You can be a guy who is Ndamukong Suh or Akeem Hicks that can be in there, fill gaps, know your responsibility, know your gap integrity, be just big, ugly, and make stops. And I think Akeem Hicks and Ndamukong Suh both have, borderline Hall of Fame resumes to where adding them to a team will do nothing but increase it. Like, we're not asking this to be prime defensive player of the year caliber Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah.
Where he's going out there getting 11.5 sacks, being a monster, being a first-team all-pro guy. You're just asking him to be a guy that can fill a spot. Can this Ndamukong Suh or this Akeem Hicks play to the level of an Isaiah Buggs? I think so.
That's where I'm at with the two. It's like, I know for some reason people like to, I mean, I guess you kind of did it with the Bruce Irving sign. A lot of people are like, but they're 30-something years old, blah, blah, blah.
It's different for an edge rusher and an interior defensive lineman, though.
I agree with that. Another thing, too, is like, for what you're getting out of Akeem Hicks, like this year, I know he had 1 sack. I'm sorry. Isaiah Buggs, I'm speaking of. 1 sack last year, we were all proud of him and happy with him. And then 1 sack this year, which we were all kind of happy with what he brought to us, too. That's what Akeem Hicks did just last year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both these guys, Ndamukong Suh and Akeem Hicks, actually played together. They won a Super Bowl on the same team with the Buccaneers, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I'm 100% willing to go and sign that guy to help my team, especially if I'm missing an interior piece like Isaiah Buggs, who obviously we felt make a difference as soon as he joined the team because we were kind of shitting on his defense up until the point he came back in. Now, granted, they were playing weaker teams in those situations because the first 2 games started off with Seattle and KC, but Buggs was still a part of it, and he's now a piece that we don't know if he's coming back yet. I am all in on signing out Akeem Hicks or Ndamukong Suh.
And Akeem Hicks and Ndamukong Suh in their primes were a different caliber of player compared to a Bruce Irvin.
Put it in perspective, right? Bruce Irvin, 36 years old, 55.5 career sacks.
Yeah.
Akeem Hicks, 34 years old, 41.5 sacks.
At interior defensive line.
Yeah, exactly.
What about Ndamukong Suh?
Ndamukong Suh, I don't have right in front of me.
I know he's got more than 40. Like, it's, those guys were, like I said, those are borderline Hall of Fame guys that you can bring in. They'll help. And again, I don't expect them to be this every down lineman.
Holy shit.
What, he's got 90?
Suh's got 71.5 sacks.
Yeah, dude, he's a Hall of Famer. Like,
that's a Hall of Fame for sure.
And Ndamukong Suh is a Hall of Famer.
By the way, only 8 games played last year, and he also gave you the same amount of sacks Isaiah Buggs gave you. So everyone was like, oh, we don't need Ndamukong Suh. I don't know if you're holding a vendetta from when he originally left the town or the city, but he's fucking Ndamukong Suh.
And to look at it like, these aren't going to be your every down defensive linemen. They're not going to be your guy you put in there. But when you have Ali McNeil and Benito Jones going forward, those are going to be your 2 guys that play the majority of snaps. To spell one of those guys with an Ndamukong Suh or an Akeem Hicks for a couple snaps, yeah, that's probably a better situation.
Yeah. Nick?
Another thing I wanted to hit on, kind of like Irvin. These guys are Super Bowl champions. They have a lot of playoff experience that this Detroit Lions defense does not have flat out. And they are 2 dogs. They need that dog on that D line. I think they could really push some of these guys, bring that experience, and I think really help make this magical run that we hope we're on.
As we like to say on Big D Energy, bring Suh home. Bring him home. Come on, big dog. You loved your time here. Come back. We got a chance to do something special this year. Come home.
Fucking talking about kneecap biters.
That is the original kneecap biter in Detroit.
Kneecap biter, yeah.
Like that motherfucker. I love that shit. Stomp the fuck out of Aaron Rodgers. Like, I don't care, bro.
Ruthless, too. I remember, obviously, he used to play with Matthew Stafford, but when he was in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Rams in that playoff game, him and Stafford got a little chippy there.
Mm-hmm.
Suh don't care.
Suh does not care. He don't give no fucks. He's like a honey badger. He don't give a fuck. Like, he'll go out there against anybody. He'll do his thing, and he'll do it with aggression, and he'll do it at a high level. Bring him home.
Theo, Suh isn't coming back to Detroit. He couldn't wait to get out of Detroit when he was here. No, he was offered more money to go to a tax-free state.
Yeah, and it's a different regime.
Like,
if you were offered $5 million more a year to go to Miami,
by the way,
with the Miami Mommies,
that's what I'm saying,
and no state income tax, I don't blame Suh for that at all.
You'd be fucking stupid not to.
This is a business, bro. This is not personal. He couldn't wait to get out of Detroit. He didn't like us. It's not personal, man. It's a business. This is what these guys make their livings doing. and he had a much more lucrative business opportunity in Miami. And it's fucking Miami.
Yep. And two, by the way, they added another Super Bowl caliber player, not caliber player, but a Super Bowl experienced player, both in Ndamukong Suh, or if even Akeem Hicks alongside Bruce Irvin. Chris?
Yeah, and I say this for people that are like against it, and for what Spencer said. Yeah, they're not going to be your every down consistent. They're there for moments. And if Suh gets you 1 sack in the NFC Championship, like, that's worth it.
Yes.
Like, again, the NFL is a game of margins. And that's why I say with the J-Mo touchdown, I say with the Suh sack, all you need from these guys are 1 or 2 plays. Those can change an entire game and change your entire season. And that's all you're looking for. And I think Suh can definitely provide that. So I'd love to bring him back.
Bring him home.
And shout out to Flex Story Entertainment in the Woodward Sports chat. He says, so when the Lions don't get either, both heavies will cry. I see this from a mile away. No, we won't cry. But when you're crying or complaining or crying about the defense or a close loss where defense was a part of it, I'm going to have a big fat told you so.
Yeah.
I'll be ready when you're crying.
Yeah, just like how we didn't get a sack on Justin Herbert. And every single one of you in that live stream was like, man, I wish we had another pass rusher. Why don't we have another pass rusher? Where's the help for Hutchinson? Oh, but you guys were bitching at us for a week saying go get Chase Young.
Yep.
Weird how that works.
Tis weird. However, we have to go to break. I got to tell you guys about Fairway Pack Company. However, it's they have the best. I don't know why it came out that way. They got the best meat in the business. Fairwaypacking.com. Get some order to your house or stop by Grosse Pointe Woods for grab-and-go steaks. It's Fairway Pack Company. Got the finest Wagyu meat, dry-aged beef, and more. That's 313-332-5114.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
How would you like to win $100,000 cash, a Vegas getaway? Take your closest friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps. It's the Syntron Energy. Drink it and live it. Purchase a 24-pack today and enter for your chance to win. You can do that at drinksyntron.com/Vegas or buy Syntron at your local Meijer store. Syntron, the healthier energy drink with great taste for the people who desire to look good, feel good, and be the best versions of themselves. Go to drinksyntron.com/Vegas.
Okay, I got to do this right now, and I'm not trying to go at you. I respect you as a chat participant.
You yelled at me for this yesterday.
I respect you. Yeah, I respect you as a man. I respect you as a person.
You don't respect me as a man.
Lloyd Ostrander says, y'all do realize this team is 2 years ahead of plan. Just sit back and enjoy the next 4+ years. That's loser mentality. That is loser mentality. Right now, you are second place in the NFC. Right now, you have a very, very good opportunity to get the #1 overall seed in the NFC and make a run in the playoffs. You don't just stumble into that in the NFL. And it's not guaranteed that will continue to happen every single year. Mm-hmm. Crazy things happen in the NFL. We see it every year.
Look at the Bengals.
We see it every week. Look at the Bengals. Look at what happened with them.
The Bills.
Look at the Bills. They fell apart. But I understand a little bit of not wanting to mortgage the future. Like if you didn't want to trade a bunch of picks to go get somebody at the deadline, I kind of understand that because, yeah, we are ahead of schedule and, yeah, we still can go draft somebody in the future. I can kind of see it from that side, but this kind of thing, a 1-year flyer on a guy like that does nothing to debilitate your future, that does nothing to push your game plan back.
It's a free agent.
All it is going for it right now, and it has nothing that hurts you in the future.
It wouldn't even be a crazy deal either. He's retired. It's half the season.
It'd be a veteran.
He's a free agent.
Veteran minimum-esque deal.
Exactly. I don't understand how you could to say. I guess I would get that argument if we were up here talking about trades, but it's past the deadline. We're not talking about trades. We're talking about a veteran contract for half a season to win the Super Bowl. On top of that, brother, you gonna tell me Ben Johnson's good? Is he gonna be here the next 4 years? Because I don't get how people are still mistaking that. As much as I told you guys I'm not gonna speak negatively about golf. I'm not unless the negativities present themselves, and obviously I'm gonna speak about it. But you gotta know this guy's getting that head coaching job for a reason. This guy's getting called a genius for a reason. It's not just you guys saying it. I'll do offense. It's not just us guys saying it. These are NFL scouts. I'm not talking about scouts. I apologize. NFL front offices that want to hire this guy to lead their franchise to the glory land. Ben Johnson's legit, and he's not going to be. We don't know how long he's going to be here. And I guarantee you he's not going to be.
Theo in the Woodward Sports Chat. Thank God Rapster isn't the GM. They aren't going to bring in hot-headed cancers like Sue to the locker room just so he can get us one sack.
Do you not know who Bruce Irving is?
Is Howie Roseman a good GM? Do you think Howie Roseman is a good GM? Answer me that, Theo.
It's not even a question. He is.
Because guess what he did last year? And a team that went to the Super Bowl. He brought in Ndamukong Suh.
That's the second team to go to Super Bowl too with a new head coach.
Yeah,
as well. Howie Roseman is him.
Oh yeah. What about the Rams? You think Les Snead is a good GM?
Yeah, they won a Super Bowl too.
Is Les Snead a good GM?
Yeah.
Guess what he did? He brought in Ndamukong Suh and they won a Super Bowl.
I don't even know.
What about Tampa? I don't even know Tampa's GM's name.
As I say, yeah.
They brought in Ndamukong Suh. They won a Super Bowl. Weird how that works.
It's weird. That is
everybody expects you to win. My wife couldn't go to church with me on Sunday, and everybody said, "Where is she?" I said, "She doesn't go out with losers."
what is that job? I forgot to tell you guys.
She doesn't go out with losers.
If we hit 169 likes, I will personally DoorDash the double McFlurry of Jameson Williams, and we'll eat it live on there. Give you a review of that one. But speaking of Jameson Williams, we had legendary Detroit Lion Herman Moore on the show earlier this week. Mm-hmm. He is obviously he's like the receiver brethren, especially for the Detroit Lions. But he had good things to say about Jameson Williams. He likes his maturity, and then Jameson Williams got to speak with the media yesterday, and I felt some of that myself too. Can you play that tape, Chris?
One of the fastest guys in the league. How hard is it sometimes to bring the brain down, to slow down and let things process for you? Is it patience hard in that regard at all?
No, but when I say moving fast, that's not really what I mean. The speed on the field is always got to be there. I got to use that just to as my advantage. But slowing things down is maybe just formation or play or just when you get a play, you might get 2 plays in one. You got to listen to this play, listen to that play. Formation, you might have a shift. You might have a lot of things just to worry about, just get lined up, and you might have a quick snap. Got to go up there and just get set before the ball gets snapped. Got to make sure you're set, make sure you're in the right spot. It's just a lot of stuff going on. But when I say speed thing, I'm not talking about running around on the field,
Yeah, I was thinking maybe that last play of the first half, right? You had
the screen.
Yeah, it looked like maybe you had an outside lane. If it just wait a quarter second more.
We was going trying to get some yards down the field before the half. I feel like on that play, people told me they saw different things, but I was just trying to get the ball and just really just get some yards, really just get us going. But we sent it to halftime after that because.
I feel the maturity. I mean, and I watched the whole interview. That's just a clip from it. But in all due respect to the beat writers for the Detroit Lions, actually, I respect all of them a tons because they've been dealing with a losing organization for a majority of their tenure, and they've had to carry that weight of just writing about the same shit week to week to week to week. But basically, you know how this media game works. Sometimes you're just hunting for clicks, and it felt like they kept trying to bait J-Mo into saying he wants more targets or he's not getting enough targets. And with each question, he just responded similar to that is I'm about getting the win. And he mentioned, I guess he kind of broke it down too, and Amon Ross spoke about it as well. He interviewed yesterday too, but he was just he's a lot faster. Mm-hmm. And it's I'm giving him tips, but he also has to just slow down and get a genuine feel of the game on those in between routes in the middle of the field. When it's on the outside, full go, scream down the field. But in the middle, you got to get a feel for the zone and where to stop. And that's what credit to Amon Ross St. Brown. He's amazing at that.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal at that. And this, for me, I guess I'm relaxing on things I've said previously. I said, maybe this is what J-Mo is. I think he's still getting acclimated to the league in general.
Yeah, and finding holes in those zones, finding the soft coverage, wherever he can just rest a little bit. He's got to be like the Flash or like Quicksilver. Whenever you see them in the movies, when like they're going and they're fast and they're doing their super speed, everything else around them is moving in like quarter-second speed. Everything looks like it's slow motion, but it's just because they're going so fast. Like, he needs to find the healthy balance of it to where he can settle in that pocket before exploding out of it. He needs to find the patience to where he can wait for his block to get there, and then he can explode off of it. So I'm excited to see him. That screen pass, that touchdown he had that got called back was a very good sign. The catch he made, the way he got to the end zone, it was awesome. The catch he had where he was across the middle and he was open and he was open and he was open. And even Tony Romo was like, he was open for like 5 seconds, but Goff had pressure in his face and couldn't get the ball off until late. And he came back and he made the catch. If there isn't pressure in Goff's face on that play, he hits J-Mo in stride across the middle, and that is a big gainer. So like it's starting, it's slowly but surely getting there, and I expect J-Mo to pop off pretty soon.
And again, I don't know if that was in that part of it because Chris was talking, but he was asked like point blank, is like the fact that you're not getting these many targets, like, do the wins help with that? And he said, yeah, because at the end of the day, that's what he gives a shit about is winning the game. And he makes those extra efforts to help win the games. When you see him out there on 2 touchdown runs now for Dave Montgomery, blocking down the field, and the second one wasn't even like the original call. Ben had to call the audible for him to run it, and J-Mo still he doesn't know what the hell's going on. He just feels like David's somewhere by him because there's action going by him, and he just started following, looking for the next guy to block, and ended up in a touchdown. As someone said in the Woodward Sports Chat, and it kind of like scrolled up, and I apologize, but he is a student of the game. I guess I'm seeing more maturity, and I feel like he's opening up a lot more too, even to the media. Like before, didn't he feel kind of like reserved or like shy or like anxious almost like in these media sessions? Where this one, I felt like his chest was out and he was a bit more confident. And he's giving you a lot longer explanations and answers, and they're like well thought out and articulated. Either like he went through like some media training or what. It's like he listened to the Herman Moore interview we had, but he just looks, I guess, a lot more mature. And I'm gonna withdraw the statement I said that maybe this is it. I still have high expectations for this kid at some point down the road. Nick, were you able to catch any of that stuff when we played the video?
Yeah, I think it just shows the amount of growth from J-Mo in 1 year since he's been here. And we all know that he was coming off an ACL when we drafted him. So he was rehabbing. He wasn't with the team. We all know about the gambling suspension to start this year. You've seen in the last couple of games, he's starting to gain that confidence, which I love to see. This whole city loves to see. Everybody wants J-Mo to succeed and be that wide receiver he was at Alabama. I think he's making the strides in doing that, and I do expect a big second half of the season for J-Mo, and a big reason why this offense remains in the top 3 offenses in the NFL.
Yeah, and again, like I see a couple comments over Sports Chat. Again, 8 games to get the kinks out. That's a mighty long time. Someone said only played like 9 NFL games. Just listening to, again, Amon-Ra articulate in the way like, yeah, he's faster than me. Like he should be out there doing things like that. But he has to get a feel for everything you just said, catching like the soft spots in the zone and what you need to do. Like, he's clearly getting used to that.
That's what happens, man.
Yeah, exactly. At the college level, I mean, Michigan's a perfect example of it. I'm sorry for Michigan fans. You got to sense that. Alabama is a powerhouse.
Yes.
So, J-Mo can go out there and just fucking scream these routes and just end up wide open against these like lesser known teams or just garbage teams to begin with. This is the NFL. These are the best players from every one of those teams. Even on the bad teams, that's the best player from some other garbage college. He was good enough to be in the league. It's a different level. It's a different jump, and he's not only adjusting to his quarterback, but just the play of the game too. And I listen. Again, another thing too. I saw the snap counts from last week. The higher up from like where they were before. I remember at times Lucas and I'd be sitting down watching the game, like rewatching. He's like, "Why?" He'd be bitching like, "Why is Antoine Green in the field, not J-Mo?" Blah 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 blah. I was like, "Fuck, that's not a good sign." No, last week wasn't the case.
Dude, if he continues to do what he did in the last game, which was catch the balls that were thrown to him. He caught the balls that were thrown to him. He made things happen when he did. Like, he can't do anything about the play getting called back, but he caught the ball. He made the touchdown. That comeback route, or the route where he was wide open coming across the middle, but like I said, Goff had pressure. He had a defensive tackle right in his face, so he couldn't get the ball out to him when he wanted to, but he did, and J-Mo came back, made the catch. Great. We know he's a fantastic blocker down the field. If he continues to do those things, which is catch the ball when it comes to you and block, he is going to be on the field a lot. And when a guy like that is on the field a lot, we're going to see something pop eventually. Like I can't remember what game it was where he had the touchdown, but you're going to see that. The more he plays, the more likely something like that is going to happen, where it's a blown coverage or you just outrun somebody and he's way open down the field.
And I'm sorry, man. David Baxter beat me to it. I got a feeling for the amount of snaps he saw last week.
Mm-hmm.
He literally had a touchdown last week. Got called back for a bullshit reason. I'm putting the bet in. Don't fuck me, FanDuel. Something happens.
Got it.
I'm putting the bet in. I might even put in for JMO 2 tutties. For damn sure 1 tutty.
Wow.
25 to win, like 125 right now.
Just listen to him speak. It feels like that's the stuff that they wanted to see from him. And then obviously he's got to physically make the catch because he's lacked that at times. I saw another comment too that Lester White reads, JMO also has a QB who has yet to adjust to JMO's speed. It's getting there though. I think it's been JMO who has to adjust to Goff. And I think that Amon-Ra's done that. Like we've seen these guys. The touchdown that Amon-Ra had, he literally almost grabbed it off the ground. It was kind of like it was a low pass, but he made the adjustment too. I think that JMO's getting used to how Jared Goff delivers the ball. And again, he's been on the field a lot more than he was previously, which is going to give him more opportunities to get the ball. And we know when he gets that ball from his rookie year, every time he touched the ball it was like a 50, 60-yard gain. He's going to eat.
He's explosive, man.
Lock it in, JMO touchdown this week against the lowly.
Like you said, he was looking a lot more confident in that.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
He doesn't even talk that much in these interviews. You know what I'm saying? He's usually kind of like bashful, shy. I don't know. I always thought, I don't know. I don't want to say what I was going to say, but just he's come out of his shell, it feels like.
I know what you're going to say. And yeah, don't say that. But I think he is coming out of his shell, and that comes with more exposure, more play, and less hate. Like, we saw how broken of a man Jeff Okudah was at the end of his tenure with the Lions because of the amount of hate he got. Rightfully so, but like the amount of hate he got destroyed him. And JMO seems he paused, took it on the chin, like he's running with it because he knows it's going to happen.
Yeah.
They all believe in him. His entire team believes in him. The coaching staff believes in him. Lions fans need to start believing in him too.
I agree. Tell us about Hamlin Pub.
Hamlin Pub, have you ever wanted a bar where you're a regular? We have just the place for you. Head to one of Hamlin Pub's 7 locations and experience where everyone's a regular. They've got half-off pizza on Tuesdays, every NFL game, and every Michigan sports game. They have food and drink specials, so make sure you guys go check out Hamlin Pub. Experience your new favorite pub for all things sports, Hamlin Pub, where everyone's a regular.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune in to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
BullseyeEventGroup.com is a website you need to go if you want to party with the heavies and the rest of the Woodward Sports crew, because they're downtown every home game at shed number 5 of Easter Market with free food, free drinks, and a free shuttle to get your drunk ass to the game. That's BullseyeEventGroup.com for opportunity for free tickets. DM Lions VIP to Woodward Sports IG. If we hit 169 likes,
hell yeah,
I will DoorDash the JMO special. I think he called it a Flurry McDouble, a double McFlurry, whatever you want to call it. We'll eat one live on there, and we'll give you the reviews of it. I'll personally DoorDash that from my own account, and I'll put a poll up to remind you people who are freshly coming in too. But carrying on with more Detroit Lions news, Spinny. We got the we used to do this, and we went away from it.
By the numbers?
Not by the numbers.
We haven't done by the numbers in a while.
We haven't done by the numbers in a minute, but over under.
Over under.
The Vegas props for the Detroit Lions versus Chicago Bears, Spinny.
Hit me.
I like this one. These are actual odds. Usually we used to do like the Spinning Sportsbook. These are ones are real odds. Starting off with Justin Fields. Huh?
You saying I'm not real?
Not that fugazi.
I'm a real ass motherfucker.
I'm sorry. Good damn.
That fugazi.
Justin Fields.
I'm a real ass Ethan.
203 and a half yards.
Is
over under
passing?
Passing, yeah.
Passing?
Jesus, you thought it was meant rushing?
I mean, I thought it was like total. I don't know. You just put yards. 203 and a half. I'll go over.
Oh, that's fair.
Not by a lot. Not by a lot, but I'll go over. I think it'll be like 210.
For me, I love my Lions, and I think the defense coming in hungry, but this is an easy over. I don't know why again, I'm not a big Justin Fields guy, but I do gamble. This is an easy over, 203 yards, unless he gets hurt with an injury or something like that. He's smashing this 203 yards. We have our passing defense, to be real about it, isn't the best. Nick?
Yeah, I'm going to go over for one reason here. The Bears are going to be trailing in this game by a large margin, so they're going to have to throw the ball a lot, and I think he gets over that 203 pretty easily.
I'm with you. Chris? Over on 200.
It's passing yards, correct? Just passing yards?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the under. I think this is a Lions defense game, and I think what it's going to be is they're going to get after the quarterback. Remember, this is a team and an offensive line that blocks each other. They don't even block the defensive line. So I think that's going to get a lot of pressure. Fields is not great at getting the ball out quickly. I'm actually going to take the under on this.
You're going to lose money. Jared Goff. No, you take it. I don't give a
Never lost.
267 and a half yards.
This is a good line. This is a good line for him.
This is a good line.
I'm going to go slightly under. Slightly under just because I think the Lions are going to run the hell out of the ball. And contrary, or like the opposite of what Nick said, I think the Lions are going to be up for a majority of this game, so they're not going to need to rely on Jared Goff's arm as much, and they're going to run the ball a lot. So I'll go a little under. I think it'll be just over 250.
I wish I could just I mean, in all reality, I'm not touching this line, but I would probably go... Fuck, that's tough because they had everything last week. He had like, what, 300-something yards, and they ran for like 200 yards
Yeah, but
rushing?
they had to throw the ball there at the end of the game.
All right, I'm going to go... I feel like it's like right on the money, like where he's going to be. I'm going to go under to be safe. How about that?
I think it's good. That's a really good line for him.
Yeah, I feel like that's like right on the nose of what it's going to be. Nick?
Yeah, in the last 4 games that Jared Goff has played, he has gone over this number, so I'm going to go over on this. I think our offense gets like 500 yards of offense in this game. I think Goff might throw for 300. We run the ball for 2. I think our offense is going to dominate, and Jared Goff's going to be a big reason why.
Okay, Chris? Sorry, you all look the same.
It's all right. You'll learn my name one day. Yeah, I'm gonna go slightly over. I am kind of scared that this is gonna get out of hand really fast, and then they're just gonna run the ball, and he wouldn't hit this. But in a normal game, I could definitely see this. I could definitely see this happening. So I'm gonna go with over, a slight over, like 275.
Spinny, you want to do the receivers?
There's one more.
Oh, Justin Fields and Goff, 1.5 touchdowns
each.
Yeah, the same line for both of them. So
I'm going to go over with Goff. I think Goff will get 2 touchdowns. And over with Fields. I think he'll get a throwing and a rushing.
I think this is throwing. This is like throwing.
Oh, only throwing?
Yeah.
Then under with Fields, over with Goff. If it's just passing touchdowns.
Nicholas Duncan of Woodward Sports Chat says I'm going way over. God hates cowards. Damn. Over 276 in the first half.
Okay. That's aggressive. I like it, but that's aggressive.
Let's fucking go. Has 276 yards. He is the under for Goff. It was 267.
267.
Unless I ADD'd it.
I think that's
276. It's oddly specific.
That's a really good line.
Across the room, I'm going 2 tutties for each guy.
Yeah, me too.
Because I again, like the Lions do have a good run defense. I don't see the Bears getting unless it's like they get stopped in the red zone and just go not. I mean, think about it last week, right? For the Los Angeles Chargers, 6 in a row goal line stops before they finally got one in, and it was a throwing touchdown. And that is the weakness of this defense is when, the teams are passing on them. Nick, you got them over 1.5 touchdown each.
I got Goff with the over, and I have Justin Fields with the under. I don't think the Bears score 2 touchdowns in this game. I believe you will check out the final score prediction later. Yeah, I don't think Justin Fields throws 2 touchdowns. Not a chance.
Before Justin Fields got hurt, because I remember I told you, I've been saying he was balling. Do you want the actual numbers?
Yeah.
8 touchdowns, 617 yards, 1 interception, and 82 yards rushing. 8 touchdowns and 617 yards in 2 games.
Yeah. Who's that against?
The numbers.
It's against the Washington Commanders and the Broncos. Yeah. Commanders respectable.
Back when the Broncos were ass, though.
Yeah, the Broncos have come along. I don't know. Yeah, and the Broncos actually ended up winning that game. There's 1 interception in that span, too, and that was
that's when the Bears came back.
And then for
the Broncos came back.
DJ Moore, 16 receptions, 361 yards, and 4 touchdowns. I just feel like they finally got the clicking. So I'm definitely taking the over on yards. I think they're going to score more than 2 touchdowns, though.
It's fair. Let's go to receiving props. First one up. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 83.5 receiving yards, over under.
If I mean, for this segment, I'm going to take the over, but I don't know if I'm actually betting. I don't know if I'm going to touch that one, but I would go over for sure.
Nick?
Yeah, I actually had this in the Sam Flannel little feud that we got into on Woodward nights, and Flannel calling out the night show. When J-Mo plays, Amon-Ra St. Brown averages 93 yards per game. I am going over this number. By the numbers, baby.
By the numbers.
Chris?
I'm gonna go under just because I look at this offense and I just don't know week to week how they're gonna kill you because they're so versatile. So I think while he's definitely capable of doing it, it's just, this could be a J-Mo game, like Eazy said. This could be a Sam Laporta game. There's just so many options in this offense that it's hard to bet over on any of them, even if the lines are good.
That's fair. Amon-Ra St. Brown at 83.5 yards. That's a little high, but I know if there are 3 truths in this world, it is death, taxes, and Amon-Ra St. Brown getting 100 yards. He's going over. He's going over. The guy's been on a tear. I agree with what Nick said. J-Mo opens the field so he can eat underneath. And Chris, you have a good point. Like, you don't know how they're going to beat you each game. Somebody else might step up. But the one constant in each game is Amon-Ra St. Brown's a fucking dog.
Congratulations, you just got Amon-Ra St. Clown.
You have been Amon-Ra St. Clown. He's going to go out there. He's going to eat. Give him 8 catches, 113 yards, and a tutty.
116.
All right, next up. DJ Moore over under 64.5 yards.
DJ Moore over. Easy over. I mean, I just gave you guys. I mean, that's the one target Justin Fields really has to throw to outside of Cole Kmet. And the 2 games I had, again, previously, before the injury, I'm ready to die. He was going stupid, bro. 317 yards. I'm going over at that one. 361 yards. I was 50 yards off.
Yeah.
And 300 was already a lot.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I'm going over.
Nick?
Yeah, when the Chicago Bears will be trailing in this game, Justin Fields has to throw it to somebody, and I believe his guy is DJ Moore. I'm going over this total of 64.5 yards.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm counting on 1 or 2 plays where Justin Fields' legs buy him some extra time and the defense breaks down and he gets
I'd like to purchase some time.
All you need is 1 or 2 of those big game receptions and he's hit. So I see no reason to not bet the over on this one.
Yeah, it's an easy over for me.
Yeah, that's an easy over. They're going to be throwing the ball a lot in the second half. DJ Moore is a big play receiver. 64.5 yards could realistically be 3 catches for the guy. So I think he could be 1 catch, honestly. But
he's even got the yak ability, too, even if it was a short.
It could be 1 catch for this guy. It could be 64.5 yards. But realistically, at the least, it would take him 3. So I'm going to go with the over on that one. Next up, Joshy Reynolds. This one's pretty high, 31.5 yards.
Yeah, I mean, it was like his average on the season up until the Raiders game, and then since then he hasn't fulfilled it. I've been burned by this bet 2 times in a row now, where I'm just going to take the over. I'm sorry, the under.
Yeah.
The under.
Nick?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going under here. I just think with J-Mo coming back so hard, DPJ in the lineup now, I'm going under.
Chris?
Under as well for the same reasons everybody said.
Yeah, I'm going under. You look at, it depends if Leaf doesn't play. That could be something.
He is out.
Khalif Raymond,
is he out?
I'm pretty sure he's out.
If Khalif Raymond doesn't play, I would take the over on this one. If Leaf's in there, you look at it, this is Donovan Peoples-Jones' first game. Does he get involved in the offense? J-Mo's coming back. He's going to get more looks. And obviously you've got Laporta and Amon-Ra St. Brown and Gibbs to take some of those receiving yards away. But if Khalif doesn't play, I'm taking the over on Reynolds. If not, I'll take the under.
That's a great point.
Next up, Jahmyr Gibbs, 25.5 receiving yards.
Jahmyr Gibbs, 25.5 receiving yards.
25.5.
Over. Somebody asked Woodward Sports Chat, you don't take alts? Brother, I live off alts. And
We
if
do,
this is
yeah.
an alt I would do, is just 25 on the dot.
Alts are easy cashes.
Yeah, I love alts. Give me 25 and a half Jahmyr Gibbs all day. He's going to, bro, a screen get you that of Jahmyr Gibbs. It feels like he's arrived. Nick?
Yeah, I was just going to say that he's going to get this in one play. It's either going to be a wheel route coming out of the backfield or a screen pass. I bet he gets it in one play as well. Easy. Over.
Chris?
Over
as well as Jahmyr Gibbs, man. I think he's gotten it in 3 straight games.
Yeah.
He's gotten over that mark. He's going to go out there. He's going to, again, a thing of J-Mo having on the field. Like, he's going to spread that offense up. Guys that eat in the middle. Spread that fucking offense apart. Eat in the middle. You look at guys that'll eat in that situation, and that is an Amon-Ra St. Brown, that is a Sam Laporta, and that is Jahmyr Gibbs. Next up, DeMonte. Legacy game, David Montgomery. I'm taking his over. I'm taking his over in everything. Over 7.5 receiving yards, David Montgomery.
Over. And we got you want to do Planet Fitness real quick? Come back?
Yeah, we'll come back. I'm taking his over in everything. David Montgomery legacy game, 2 touchdowns, first half touchdown scorer, over rushing, over receiving.
Over.
Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just 10 months, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness nearby. 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new Down Home Comfort Dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The Down Home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of Down Home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
When it comes to your pet, don't settle. Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supplies, hands down Michigan's best pet store. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. 13 Metro Detroit locations. Over 60 brands of food. Lowest prices and curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on sports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined my guy Spin More Racks.
What up, though?
Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Somebody called you the angry Russian guy, I heard last night.
Yeah, it was John. It was the Mac.
John Mack?
Detroit. Yeah, so I don't. It was funny. So
You switched up.
You are Russian,
can't get mad at
John
him.
Mack switched up for sure. Yeah. He's not now.
Yeah.
What?
Dude.
For real?
Yeah.
What? He doesn't like the heavies?
He's only pro Morningwood and pro nights.
Yeah. I mean,
to be fair, he said this when he's like putting his kids to sleep, but I don't think he has kids. I think he made it up. Just kidding. He probably loves kids dearly. They don't have many rushing props out yet, but here are the ones they do have. It's funny because they're only like Justin Fields, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Dave Montgomery. They give a shit less about the Chicago Bears running backs. But starting with Jahmyr Gibbs, 42.5 rushing yards. Over or under?
Over. They're going to run the ball a lot in this game. They're going to be up. They're going to be up a lot. They're going to run the ball a lot in the second half. Give me the over.
Chris?
What was the line at again?
42.5 rushing yards for Jahmyr Gibbs, the rookie.
Over. It's gonna
Why don't
be
you
a
say it
run
with some
fest.
conviction?
He's surprised I went to him.
It'll probably be over, I guess, maybe.
Maybe he'll go over, maybe a little bit.
42.5 rushing yards, Nicholas
I don't know.
Koloff.
I think he might go over here. Yeah, he's going to go over. This might be the biggest play of the day for me. What did you say, 42 and a half?
42 and a half rushing yards,
my gosh, he's going to get that in 2 carries. Let's go. He's going over. He's going to break one for 50.
This is one where I'm not.
Fuck yeah, Nick.
Like, I know a lot of us get in the habit of parlaying things, but this is one where I would just play separately because, like, it's just it has the ability of being 2 carries for this guy. It feels crazy to say. It feels like slappy to say, but we've seen it the past 2 weeks, back to back. I'm going over with this one as well.
Who got? What else?
We got David Montgomery in his revenge game. 48 and a half rushing yards.
What?
Exactly.
Stop it.
Put a rack on that shit. Are you kidding
Bro,
me?
you guys both said what at the same time?
Put a rack on the over. 48?
48
That is disrespectful. D-Mont's over 100 in this game. He's going to be toting that bitch all the way up and down the fucking field.
Chad has that 100% for Gibbs. Let me get the J-Mo one in.
100
or Demo one.
100 fucking % over. Are you kidding me?
How many yards did you say, Eazy?
48 and a half.
48 and a half. All right, we got to pause the show. We got to get on FanDuel right now.
I'm just going to do it right now, too.
Not Fan.
Yeah, I mean, no free sponsors. Yeah.
Woodward Sports.
If you don't have FanDuel, DM me. I'll give you my link. We'll each get $100.
Shout out.
Ching. 48 and a half.
What?
Chris, are you over too, or are you going to be the guy stay under?
Right easy money. I'm going to be doing that right now.
To be fair,
we're all on our phones at the same
what FanDuel is doing is they look at I'm assuming what they're doing is look at the numbers in the year, because the Bears are like the number 2 running defense in the league.
Fucking fools!
Did I send that? Actually, Chris, did I send that graph in the chat?
Which one?
I don't know if I probably didn't.
No.
They haven't played. Will you stop with that shit? Jesus fucking. Come on. You're driving the rest of the show.
No, keep going.
No.
I'm putting money in my
No, you want to keep laughing and interrupting people?
I'm making a bet right now.
Yeah, I'm making a bet too.
Yeah, me too.
No, you're not. You got to drive now.
No, I'm not.
Because I'm not having fucking interrupting me every 5 minutes.
I'm making a bet.
Well, that'll do it.
That'll do it, guys.
All right.
I'm out. Receptions, I'm around 6.5. Over, under, Spinny.
Over.
Over.
Tell us why.
Because he's good.
Get off your phone!
He's good.
Chris? Because he's good. I hate this guy.
I'm making a bet, bro.
We're in the middle of the show. Wait till commercial break.
Bet.
Jesus Christ. Beth, 6.5 receptions for Amon-Ra St. Brown. You going over or under? That's 6 catches.
I hate it when mom and dad fight.
Nick, over or under?
That was
a
gold.
bar.
That was gold. I'm going over this for sure.
Now people think she just sits the whole time.
Like I said, he puts up big yards, especially at home. He's going to get a lot of the receptions here. I'm going over.
Do I put 50 on that?
El Gato. These rushing yards are too low, boys. Trap game.
Lick my balls, El Gato. It's not a trap game.
4.5 receptions for DJ Moore. Over, under.
Oh, that's a good line. I'm going to go under. I think it'll be at 4.
Nick?
I'll go over.
I'm going over too. Chris?
Over.
Over.
Didn't even hear it.
It was 4.5 receptions for DJ Moore.
Oh, okay, yeah. I stand by what I said.
Bet it up.
What did you say?
I said over.
Oh.
Did we?
100%.
Over.
How did I miss Laporta's yards? Or maybe they didn't have it on there.
What are we cooking? How
4.5 receptions? 4.5 receptions with Sam Laporta.
Under. Again, I think he'll be at 4.
I'm with you on that one. I'm going 4.
I don't think they're going to throw the ball a lot in the second half.
4 for 50. I'm going under on receptions.
Chris?
For who? Sorry.
Lagota.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going under. I'm sticking with my theory. Same with earlier with Amon-Ra with the yards. You don't know. I'm not confident really in anything outside of the run game being consistent, because it's just there's so many options. Too many options.
Yeah. I don't remember I asked, but I'll go Cole Kmet, 3.5 receptions.
Over.
Yeah. Easy over.
Over. Yeah, they're going to be throwing the ball a lot, man.
And if Hutch is as fueled up as I'm expecting, he's going to be rushed, and that's going to be his pacifier. That's what they call it, the tight ends for a reason. He's going to throw it right to him. Cole Kmet, 3.5 receptions, Nick?
I'm going to go under for one reason, and he is the king of thunder. Thor, baby. He's the best coverage linebacker in the league. I do not think Cole Kmet has a big day. So under 3.5.
Damn. Just catches?
Yes. Under.
Chris?
I'm going to go over. Tight ends usually do well against
fair.
Lions, so I'll go over.
I think Nick's done some fan wagon stuff right now.
For saying we have the best coverage linebacker and he's going to be on Cole Kmet. What's fanboying about that?
I don't know, man. Cole Kmet's pretty good.
You asked me a question and I answered it.
You're not allowed to answer.
That's how I feel. Under. I'm going to hammer it too now.
I'm just giving you shit. I'm trying to make conversation of it. All right. We'll close the sports book. There's no rushing yards for the Bears running backs yet. Although I think who's their main guy that they kept over?
Khalil Herbert.
Khalil Herbert.
Yeah,
I think it's because he's coming back.
He's active.
Yeah. And again, I think if the biggest bet, actually, out of everything we did today, boys, what is your lock? Outside of Montgomery. Outside of Montgomery.
Yeah.
I think that was
Montgomery first half touchdown scorer.
Okay, Nick.
I would take Gibbs over rushing yards. I think both of them eat. We have this two-headed monster now. We've seen what Gibbs can do the last 3 games when we unleash him, and we will continue to do so against this Bears team at home.
Nick? I'm sorry. I keep calling you Nick. You guys maybe do look the same. I don't know.
Wow, that
Chris?
That was mad wow. I'm going with the under I took on Fields yards. I really do think this is going to be a defensive performance. So I'm gonna go under on the yards for Justin Fields. It's my lock.
It's funny you say that. My lock is Fields over the 2 and 3 yards.
Well, fuck you.
I don't know how to take that. I'll let it be what it is. But you get 617 yards in 2 games, bro. Is
this a crazy parlay I just cooked up?
Let's hear the parlay. Let's see what's been cooked up.
David Montgomery first half touchdown score. Wow. David Montgomery over 48.5 rushing yards. Wow. Jared Goff over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Wow. Amon-Ra St. Brown 70+ alternate receiving yards. Wow. Jahmyr Gibbs over 42.5 rushing yards, and over 8.5 points first quarter total.
Dude, I hate to do this to you, but
straight cash, homie.
100% of you.
David Montgomery first half touchdown score.
Okay.
David Montgomery over 48.5 rushing yards.
Okay.
Jared Goff over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Okay.
Amon-Ra St. Brown 70+ alternate yards. Jahmyr Gibbs over 42.5 rushing yards, and first quarter total over 8.5.
What? What's the odds in the 8.5?
I don't know.
8.5 points?
8.5 points first quarter.
What's it
total.
come out to? Spenny, plus what?
For both teams or Lions?
Both teams.
What?
Dude, I always do that. I always
plus
put the
what?
first. Put the first quarter total in there just to get a little juice, because it's normally like 7.5, 8.5.
What's wrong with the big ones?
But it's plus 28.33.
Holy shit! I'm tailing.
And I boosted it to plus 36.84. $10 wins me 300 something.
Yeah, I like it. The only one that makes me a little bit nervous is Dave Montgomery first half. Because touchdowns is like risky anyway, but you probably have really good odds on that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I ain't mad at it at all. And this is definitely, I think
I'm doing it.
I just thought of this. You know how like David gave that touchdown to Jahmyr? It was on the 1 yard line, and he was like, "Yo, go take it, Rook." I think he did that. Either one, because he truly does believe in the committee stuff and he doesn't care. He's like a good like big bro in the locker room, or he knew next week is the Bears. In any situation where Jahmyr's right there, he wants that revenge tutty. You know what I'm saying?
Let him cook.
Maybe mixture of both. I think both things could be true.
And then I just took Jameson Williams straight up anytime touchdown.
Let's go to break. Let's lock in these parlays. When we come back, we have some big.
Always
big
though,
rumors.
guys. That is like, if you're cooking a parlay, always throw that first quarter total in there. It juices it up a little bit, and like I said, it's always like 7.5 or 8.5. So it always hits. I do it in all my parlays, and that bitch always hits.
Damn.
Tell us about Guardian.
Let me tell you about Guardian. Guardian Alarm, customized solutions for mill experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
I'll make a parlay.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrady, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. How would you like to win not one, but two vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Join Ermanni, Edwards, and Maz as they give out free turkeys November 21st, next Tuesday. And we'll be at the Hazel Park location. Come check it out. Dispo, your local cannabis plug. What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, WoodSports.com. I'm Eazy, Espimo Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB Smooth's gone, so we have Detroit Mario, a.k.a. Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. the Angry Russian, a.k.a. this guy's got the coolest nicknames on the network.
Let's go. I don't know if the Angry Russian's going to stick because I am not Russian, but...
Koloff? Is it Russian?
You can fake it.
I mean...
Koloff's
little Russian, little German, I don't know. We'll see.
Whoa. Why are we wowing it?
You're a German, eh?
Russian, you're German?
Felt safe.
Felt safe.
All right,
let's go.
Football. All right, let's do this. It's the Pick'em segment. Nick, drop us a beat. Easy, you're going first.
Already beat on.
Pittsburgh
Cousin.
versus Cleveland. Who do you got?
Pittsburgh versus Cleveland, y'all. Oh, man, this is tough. Cleveland with the backup quarterback, but Pittsburgh just hasn't brought you any consistency all season long. And that defense of the Browns is amazing. They've won games single-handedly against the Niners. Let me go Pittsburgh, just because if they start DTR, he had such an awful outing the first time around, and I never thought much of him coming out after the combine either.
Chris?
Now, this would be a ballsy lock if someone were to lock this game, because this game is ugly.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm going with the Browns. I'm just going with the defense. I feel like in my gut I should. No, I'm going Steelers. 100%.
I already fucking wrote it.
Hey. Watch your mouth.
Mario?
I'm going to go with the Browns here. I really like their defense. Yeah, give me the Browns.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Browns, too. I think the Browns defense dominates it. Pittsburgh's offense is absolute dog shit. Next up, Eazy. Seattle versus Rams.
Seattle versus the Rams. Seattle. I don't even know why I had to think about that.
Oh, yeah, Ripken's still in, right?
So wasn't paying attention.
No,
Stafford's come back.
Stafford is back.
Chris?
Is back.
I'm back!
I'm going... Maz tried to talk me into the Rams earlier. I'm not doing this. Seattle's been my team.
Locking the Rams for Chris.
What? No.
Mario.
You can't do that.
Wait, who'd you take?
He locked the Rams.
You took the Rams?
Yeah, he locked them, too.
I did not lock the Rams. I said Seattle, and I didn't lock.
You didn't pop, lock, and drop?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Rams over here. I have lost with them a couple times, but this is the time they pull out a dub.
I'm going Seattle. Seattle needs this game. They need to win this game. They're still trying to fight for contention. They're trying to fight for playoff seeding. Give me the Seahawks. Easy.
Yes.
Minnesota, Denver. Who you got?
Minnesota and Denver. I think this is when the Minnesota Magic ends. This one's in Denver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Denver.
Man, you guys just keep doubting the Dobbs.
No, I'm waiting.
You're gonna lock Russ?
I was almost going to, but I'm waiting to hear the rest of them. I just hate when my locks get sniped.
Chris.
Yeah, no, I'm not locking this one, but I'm also taking Denver.
Nick?
Been burnt a few weeks straight going against those Vikings, but I'm going to go with them this time. Hopefully some reverse switch up here. Hopefully the Vikings lose, but I'm taking them to win.
Yeah, you motherfuckers been doubting him. He won for me last week. I'm rolling with the Dominator. Give me the Vikings.
Ben's a big Vikings fan.
Give me the Vikings.
He's even scared of them. Lock it. Lock it.
Giants,
Lock
Washington.
it.
Giants,
Lock
Washington.
it.
Who you got?
Pussy. What?
Giants, Washington.
Washington. Come on. What are we doing?
Yeah.
If the Giants win, I might have to lock that one. Nick?
100 what's the game?
Giants, Washington.
Give me Washington. Yeah, Giants blow.
100
Chris?
Chris is
Washington
giving me Dale
lock.
vibes.
Chris is locking the Durs.
Locking the Durs.
Who is the backup? Is it still
Chris,
Tommy DeVito?
Chris giving me Dale vibes from Step Brothers.
Yeah, I'm going with
Lunchbox
Washington.
Hooligans.
That's funny. Jets, Bills. Who you got, Eazy?
Sorry, what was it?
Jets, Bills.
The Bills gotta get one, right? But the Jets are tough, and they got them at the beginning of the year. Let me go Bills.
They gotta get their lick back.
They gotta get something going
Chris?
here.
Yeah, the Bills are getting their lick back on this one.
Nick?
Yeah, Bills cannot lose this game. They just fired their OC. They're going to respond against the Jets, who have no life on offense.
Yeah, I'm going with Bills as well, and I'm locking it. Like you said, at home,
lock.
they just fired their OC. Josh Allen's got to go out there and prove that he's not the one that deserves to be fired. They're going to put up more points than the Jets. And they should have beat the Broncos, but they got bailed out by that penalty. Easy.
Easy, baby.
Pittsburgh, KC. Or Philadelphia, KC, I'm sorry.
Philadelphia, KC.
Game of the week.
That's actually a really fucking good game. This one's in Philly. Oh, no, this one's in KC.
In Kansas City.
We need the Eagles to lose, so I'm just going to put it in the air. Let me go KC.
Yeah.
Give me the Chiefs. Just because, you know.
Sus? Chris, sorry.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
You trying to get us all shot up in this bitch? What's wrong with you?
I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs, and I am locking these mother effers. Let's go. Monday Night Football. Chiefs come out and win in a big way. The Lions get to tied first place in the division. Let's go, Chiefs.
Chris.
All right, since Spencer forgot about me, I'm going to just inject here. I'm going with the Chiefs for sure. And I would have locked it if I didn't lock already.
I'm also going with the Chiefs. And then we're all
I truly think it's the Eagles, but I'm just putting the
we're all taking Detroit.
Yeah.
Chris, I just locked that before your pick there.
Yeah, he said if he didn't already.
Yeah.
Shit, my bad.
All right, so you need a lock, Easy. You going to lock the Lions?
What are my teams? What are my options here?
You
let me lock the Lions.
Yeah, that's an easy lock.
Yeah.
Damn, that's the easiest lock of the day.
That's the lock of the day.
Oh, wait, we can lock the Lions here? What?
Yeah.
Chris locked Washington.
7.5 spread? What?
Mario locked the Chiefs. I locked the Bills. And you locked the Detroit Lions.
Damn.
Even though you're scared of Justin Fields.
I'm not scared of Justin Fields, but he's probably going to do some damage. He's got to be realistic about it. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Where's Scott Klingler? We need his picks.
Yeah. I wonder, has there ever been a week where
Why
all
did
of
that
our
go so
locks
quick?
hit?
Is there less games
I
you
feel like
normally
the
do?
lock
bro,
always messes
You
everything
should pick
up.
the bad ones too. I mean,
Yeah.
Because now we got 8 minutes of like nothing. That's all right.
We got 5 minutes.
How about this?
Let's just stare at the back wall for a while.
Let's take a quick break. When we get back, Chris has got some heat. Chris coming with heat. I promise you guys.
Tell us about Mark White.
I'll tell you about Mark White, because whether you're buying or selling real estate, Mark White's the best deal in the business. They got the minute-to-minute listing agreement. You can cancel your listing agreement for any reason with no penalty at all. You want to know why? Because success. You need flexibility. It's 248-290-8242. Visit them at markwhitesells.com.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Happens when you run a great business for over 50 years. You expand and offer more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service the customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brands you want at lesstanford.com.
What up, though? Welcome to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com.
How are you?
I'm Eazy. That's Spencer Morgan
Hello.
Raxter. That's
Damn,
Christopher
bro.
Pilates.
Fuck.
JB Spoon's not here. We got
What's your middle
Nicholas
name?
Koloff, a.k.a. the Morgan Russian.
What's the last four again?
Daniel
Chris.
Ezekiel Izerkis. You're easy.
Chris.
Yeah.
The floor is
real
yours.
easy.
Chris, the floor is yours because you hit the chat
Yeah.
with some topic ideas, and they honestly blew me away, both yesterday and today. And I'm positive to get to them yesterday. So today,
Okay.
go off, King.
All right, let's start with the one I put in
Fat
today.
bitch.
The one I put in today is Zach LaVine requested a trade, pretty much, basically with the with the Chicago Bulls, and so people have been assuming he's going to go to a contender like the Lakers or somewhere like that, but a lot of people have been thinking the Pistons, and why not the Pistons? They're struggling right now. They're a team that has a lot of rookie contracts. Their core is basically all rookie contracts right now, so they do have long-term financial flexibility. We talked about the $90+ million in cap space they have this summer. And Zach LaVine, at 28 years old, a very good player, a shooter, an explosive athlete, a scorer, which is something this team desperately needs. A price that's probably not too high because people around the league are not in favor of that contract. Why not trade him? So before I even propose the trade packages, where do you guys stand with just acquiring Zach LaVine, or the thought of it?
I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it's, we got to shake something up. They look dog shit. So if you can get him for nothing too crippling, nothing that really sets you back too far, yeah, I wouldn't mind. You got the money to do it. You got the flexibility to do it. He'd fit very well in that backcourt. He doesn't play a lick of defense, but he can shoot the blood out of the ball, and he's a great scorer. We saw him in person drop 51, and the dude was hitting everywhere. So he's very comfortable in LCA. I wouldn't mind it.
Easy.
Do it. I think especially in a situation where Troy Weaver's, and again, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying I think it should be, but it's getting kind of close to where something needs to happen here. And as a fan of this team, I get that the guys are unhealthy, but talk it's growing. Chris started with his manifesto.
I did not.
That Troy need to do something, or he was going to take him out.
It's funny how I feel like I'm the least Troy on the hot seat guy.
What do you mean?
You wrote a manifesto.
You literally wrote a manifesto and he responded to it.
I mean, look, I can't help that he pays attention to us and he checks out the heavyweights.
You
and
still
the
put it in
no
the air.
ball. But no, I just simply said that he needed to execute the off season, and he did. But it feels like now you guys are more on the fire Troy Weaver train than I am. Nobody is.
No.
You wrote a
You were the
manifesto.
conductor. You wrote a manifesto.
Okay.
But I think for a GM that has yet to cash
Joey
in
Morrison.
a somewhat winning season or season beyond 20-something wins, he has to go grab this. I think as much as it may not work out long term, it may not be a good idea to do long term. I think this fan base, maybe even Tom Gores, wants to see something now. You saw how much money he paid Monty. He's ready for something to shake, man. So I think it's a great move for Troy to make if he wants to extend his job. Be safe.
Now, Nick, where are you at? You're a season ticket holder, so.
Yeah, this has been just a total nightmare of a season, especially getting Cade Cunningham back with all the injuries, and the team just hasn't meshed well. And it's super disappointing to say, because I think I know where you're going to go after with this trade proposal. but I absolutely love Zach LaVine. He's a baller.
Count that baby in a foul.
Count that baby in a foul. He gets to the rim. I really love his athleticism and his shot-making capabilities. Like Spencer said, he doesn't really play a lick of defense, but you know what? I don't need him to. Let's score some points. I'm all in on the Zach LaVine trade train. Bring him to Detroit.
Okay.
Do the trade scenarios?
Yeah, so I have 2 packages. I have 2 packages to offer. Yeah, 2 of them things. And you're gonna
Wisconsin had 2 packages.
Wisconsin had a couple more than 2 packages.
Like Dwight Howard, you're gonna have to take one of them. So 2 packages here.
Man.
First one. Joe Harris, Wiseman, Sasser, and a first for LaVine. So you're essentially throwing in contract filler Joe Harris and Wiseman with Sasser and a first.
You think that's? I don't think that's get it done.
I definitely think that would. I think when you look at the market of Zach LaVine, it's not going to be robust, and the reason why is because he's paid like a number 2 option on a championship team, and we're seeing it now with Phoenix, with all of these teams. There's a few teams that have went all in on like the big 3, but it's not looking good for them. What's looking good is the Denver Nugget 2-star. Like the teams that are doing the 2-star theory rather than the 3-star theory is working. 2 stars plus depth. Zach LaVine's getting paid more than obviously a depth piece, but in just as much as a number 2 option. I don't think he's a number 2 option. So that combined with the knee issues, he's one bad knee injury away from this contract being terrible.
You're trying to sell us on him, no?
I know. I'm explaining why his value is that low.
I want to keep Sasser.
Okay, so you would be out on that one. Let me read the other one as well, because the other one might get Eazy excited. Jaden Ivey and salary filler. So just Joe Harris and Wiseman. No firsts. You keep all your future picks. Ivy, as we know, you haven't been a fan of the fit. He's a prospect, and for Chicago, they would definitely not get a prospect of Jaden Ivey's caliber anywhere else on the market. So it would be by far, I think, a resounding offer, one they'd almost have to take. They'd have to run to the phone to call it.
So Ivy
and salary filler, which would be Wiseman and Harris.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but obviously he's coming off the bench. And I get that, like, what Ivy can be is like a Zach LaVine type, and maybe if not better of playmaker. But how long until he is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how long until he's a finished product? I don't know if we're willing to wait. It's been, for me, I know like a lot of people, like the 04 Pistons, I was really young for. So I know a lot of this younger generation missed it like completely. Give me it. I want to win.
And 313 Kurt says leave Ivy and Sasser out of the deal. You're not gonna get him you're not gonna get Zach LaVine giving up Killian Hayes and James Wiseman. Like,
and I'm in love with Sasser too. I love Sasser.
That's what this comes down to essentially, is what is more valuable to you, Jaden Ivey or a first and Marcus Sasser? And remember, you do owe another first to New York that's got all sorts of protections. So
you think we can get a first back for Bojan?
I think we will. Maz hit me today before the show.
Me.
And he said,
Damn, pause.
And he told me that Bojan, multiple teams are interested, Miami and New York being one of them. New York is a team with a surplus of picks, so you got to imagine some type of first would be coming back for that.
And if we get that first back from New York, we just got James Wiseman for free.
You mean LaVine?
Or I mean Jalen Duren.
Because
if we get that first back from New York, we just got Jalen Duren for free.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too, is like, we talk about the Rockets as like kind of like a beef there. I still accept the beef. Like, beef is on. Fuck Rockets fans. I'm on the disrespect they have for Cade Cunningham. You see them like winning games now, and like when I remember specifically, I think you were the one guy to say no too. But who's my man who left Memphis?
Nicholas Duncan.
Dylan Brooks.
Hamadou and Magruder aren't on this team anymore.
I would trade them though.
I would trade them if I could, but neither of them are on the team.
Dylan Brooks, Eazy.
But I remember that was the guy I wanted.
Yeah.
I like the fit.
Fuck Dylan Brooks.
3-and-D. It doesn't matter. Dylan Brooks got added to the Rockets. Now they're winning games. Like, he's a winning piece, whether you like it or not.
Fuck Dylan.
Like,
Brooks.
Something's got to shake here. Something's got to shake. Yeah. Like, go and do it. I'm sick of just sitting here.
But I mean, you can get those guys next year. I mean, there's like Kelly Oubre signed a 1-year deal. Like, that's a guy that we were interested in this summer to look at for the Pistons. Like, those type of wings like Dylan Brooks, those will be available almost every summer. And even on the bigger, better end of that scale, OG Anunoby will be a free agent. So like, there are options. That's for more next year. But just again, it comes down to Sasser in a first versus LaVine or versus Ivy? Like, what's more valuable to you?
Is Levine the answer? Says Runyon. He'd help you win games.
Yeah, I think he helps.
You'd win more games than you are now if you had Zach LaVine.
Because there is no answer right now.
Fellas, I think we are all very disappointed in the way that Ivy's minutes are getting distributed, and it's even worse that he's losing them to Killian Hayes. So I don't think we've ever felt worse about Jaden Ivey in this city that we do right now. But with a big old B, considering this trade,
no. Hard pass.
I am not giving up on Jaden Ivey just yet. I don't think anybody else should. Jaden Ivey loves this city. He's going to do whatever he can for this team. I believe he gets starters minutes coming up here shortly, and he's going to prove why he was one of the top rookies in the league last year. Everything's going to work out with him and Cade Cunningham. I've been super against some of the moves Troy Weaver's made recently, but I'm going to say it, and I hate when it's said, but I'm going to say it. We do have to be patient with these two young guards.
Nick's like the Lions, bro. He's trying to win off vibes. What? Yeah. What moves have you?
Did you say yes to the Sasser one?
I didn't like not grabbing. I mean, Dylan Brooks is one, but just getting some other NBA vets in here.
They
I mean,
did.
I guess
They're
Monty Morris is hurt, but Bojan hurt. I don't know. I mean, I just don't like the way the lineup's shaking out with shooting. Like, we're starting Killian Hayes, Asar Thompson, Jalen Duren on the same line. Like, what are we doing
that
here?
Is
with
true.
Like.
Two of our three best shooters are hurt, though.
Yeah, you can't win in this league if you're not shooting threes.
Like, literally two of our top three shooters in the lineup
I think Cade's shooting
probably
like 30% as well.
I'll put Burks ahead of Monty, probably.
Yeah, that's fair.
But two of the top three shooters on this team are hurt.
Yeah, it sucks right now. Like, I can't even watch the game without throwing a little wager on it. Like, I have no.
Sasser's the man, dude. Trey Finesse. Sasser's a dog. I love Sasser.
So he's been slowing down a little bit.
Would you then do Sasser, or would you just say no to Levine in general and just not do either of those trade packages?
I think I would do the Sasser one because our first rounder, is it unprotected totally?
It would have to be pretty unprotected because New York has such strong protections on the pick we owe them. But again, if you do a Bojan trade, that's where context kind of matters because our pick is tied up in New York for the next 4 years technically, but it's likely to convey in the next year or two because it's top 18 protected this year. So Pistons will keep it this year, but next year it's only top 13, and you hope that the Pistons are not in the lottery next year.
Yeah, I would do it. I think if we got Levine to pair with Ivy, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, Stu, Bojan comes back, Monty Morris, we're going to be out of the top 3 or 4, hopefully. And I don't think this is a stacked draft. So
I want to keep Sasser.
I want to keep Sasser, too.
I don't want to get rid of Sasser.
Steve Wilds, that shit is crazy.
What?
Women making up fucking sideline reports.
Yeah.
Because Erin Andrews came out and doubled down. She said, I do it, too.
Yeah, people be like, I don't see how this is crazy. Like, this is fucking disrespectful to if you're live betting, if you're just a fan of the team, it's disrespectful, bro. I don't see people just blowing over this.
Yeah.
On top of the fact,
I know why they're blowing over it.
Yeah, I looked at the salary of Carissa, $700,000 a year to just fucking make up shit on the sideline. That is insane, bro. Yeah. That's fucking insane. I'm barely making my mortgage payment right now. Like it's fucking crazy to me.
Eat the rich, brother.
Yeah.
Eat the rich. Booner was like, we need to have what did he say? We need to have a war of poor people against rich people.
Revolution.
That's a revolution, brother. There's one in the works. Trust me.
Nick, I mean, is it a big deal to you, or are you?
Do you stand with Carissa Thompson?
Do I stand with her? Everybody's coming at her head right now. I don't think she said I don't think she meant she does it all the time. I think it was maybe once or twice when this happened.
Someone call Andrew Tate.
But
yeah, you need to shave your head.
You need to shave your head. We gotta hold down Nick. Shave the stash.
Hell no, stash is never coming out after that. Stash is staying, but I don't think.
Wait, what?
After what?
Oh yeah.
I took a spill. I got stitches coming. Yeah.
So, are they gone yet or what?
Yeah,
But it's a scar.
Hunter P. Carissa Thompson. I don't think it's a crazy big deal. I think everybody just overreacts to everything right now, especially in the days of social media. So
what if I told you I came up here and just made shit up?
That would be. I mean, it is just outrageous that she did that, but I think everybody's blowing it out of proportion because it's the era of social media, and she's just going to get destroyed for the next 72 hours until something new comes out. So that's where I stand with it.
Bro, simping. Standing with Carissa is crazy, bro. Nick is standing with Carissa. Tell us about Glorious, Chris.
All right. Glorious Cannabis, just in time for football. Glorious Cannabis is back with a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good. It's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 seasons. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you have to check them out. They are so smooth. And you can get them for 25% off at Dispo using the promo code Woodward. And go to gloriouscanna.com.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays. Join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Sports own Jeff Iafrady, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Your childhood may be over, but playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power equipment, sales, service, and parts. Carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, Ellis, Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes region, locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, your power equipment playground.
God hates cowards! Says spinning! Your whole broadcast is making shit up. Let's do this. They should do that. It's why we exist, to hear your wisdom.
That's fair.
That was fair.
That's fair. That's a good point. Appreciate you, brother.
It's not though, because you're not sitting here saying we talked to Dan Campbell.
That is true.
This is what needs to be
true.
done. That's
just talk to Dan Campbell. He says my dick is huge.
What if I walked on Monday and said I just got off the phone with Dan fucking Campbell and he said I'm the best broadcaster in the game. Yeah. He said Jameson Williams is going to get 50 targets in the next 2 games. Like, would you be cool with that? Would you stand with me, Nick?
I was reading Steve Wild's chat there. My bad. Nick looks like a poor man's Luigi.
Everyone knows you can't read.
Steve, that hurts, bro.
Hey,
come
Luigi's
on, Steve. A poor man's Luigi?
Waluigi. You're Waluigi.
Wow.
Steven Wilds, Nick, who looks like a poor man's Luigi.
Wah. Nicholas Earl said that was lit. Easy. Have you seen that's my favorite meme of all time. I every time I see it, I repost it, but it's like a Twitter exchange. And it's like somebody says, is anybody named Sheldon IRL? And somebody says, my class turtle from 6th grade. And they're like, that's a turtle. And then it like slams on the screen. And it's like, when God sings with his creations, will a turtle not be part of the choir? That shit makes
my favorite.
Every time I fucking
there's this guy, he finds like these random like, cause you know old people like suck on like social media.
Yeah.
Well, it's like these old people Facebooks and they'll make like a post and like shit's like spelled wrong, but he sings them and shit. Like even with like the bad like.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
the pregnant
name.
one. Am I peregrine?
Yeah.
Am I pergonant?
Yeah.
Is this purgatory? That shit's funny.
That guy's the best. All right,
when God sings with his creations, will a turtle not be part of the choir?
Read Nicholas Earl's in a Shep voice.
In a Shep voice?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Looks like
Nicholas Earl.
Yeah.
You remember what he used to be?
Yeah. Yep. Don't say it.
That's why Michelle Tavoyo was head and shoulders one of the best. LOL. Is that the one you wanted?
No, the Luigi one. You literally started reading it.
Oh, looks like Luigi went on crack binge.
What the fuck? Hey, Nicholas, you're disrespecting the Nicholas name, you mother effer.
Whoa.
Hey, Nick.
That was pretty hard out on that, Nicholas.
Yeah, dude, hard in. Relax. Do you have a broadcaster voice?
I think it's my ad read.
Oh yeah.
Just in time for football. Glorious Cannabis is dropping a new ice water.
Yeah, that is true. That's like a radio DJ though.
Yeah, I think
Tristan
it could
Klein.
be hype for some drops.
Breaking news. Per Carissa Thompson.
Read it in Trump voice.
Trump voice. My guy, Spenmo Rex, the best, the biggest. He's so good. No one's better than him. We'll be starting at defensive tackle against the Bears. You can bet on it. Take it to the bank. Dan Campbell's direct quote to Carissa Thompson. She's so good, isn't she? So pretty. She's gorgeous. We love her. She can make up the stories. I make up a lot of stuff myself. It's no biggie, Carissa.
That's probably why it's not as big of a deal, because like Trump was president, he's saying wild shit.
Wildest.
He's gay.
He's gay.
He has small hands.
His wife is a dog. Ted Cruz, your wife's a dog. Dude,
we all know it. We all know it.
Like you can say what you want. You can say what you want about the guy, and like I've said a lot about the guy.
Huge.
But he's funny as fuck. Like, and again, that's probably not the best quality of being a president, but he is funny. No, turn him off. They're too bright. Turn him off. Like, dude.
No, he's easily the funniest president. However, the first point of a presidential candidate should not be
how funny he is. Yeah.
That's fair. Chris,
huge
broadcaster voice. You got one? You actually called the game before.
Yeah, I did way back when. It was actually I actually got to call Lindsey Hunter's son was in the game. It was a Southfield basketball game. It was the high school state semifinals, and it was. I honestly just used my regular voice for that. I didn't really.
No. Let's hear a call.
Huge.
Give us some. Make Nick's on a fast break.
I called
he's dunking over
a high
Spencer.
School basketball game once.
Did you?
When I was in high school, yeah.
They let you do that even when you got the charges?
Yeah, I didn't play my senior year. What charges? What?
All right.
Jesus. All right.
Nick
steals the ball. Down 1. 10 seconds left. Chris, what you got?
And I pin his shit on the backboard.
Yeah.
All right. Nick on the fast break. I can't do it. I'm still fucking alive.
Nicola, steal the
You're
ball.
in a
10
fucking
seconds left. Time running
elevator
up.
with Elon Musk, and he wants you to make this call.
Yes.
What are you gonna do, Chris? Fucking pull it off.
do it.
I need to hear it right now.
Chris, you can do it.
Let me hear it.
Nick's on the fast break. 2 seconds left in the game. 1 second left in the game. Spencer pins that shit on the glass.
Let's
go! We're going to the finals.
Try to my paint again. Try to my paint again, Nick.
Can't say shit though.
No, I just pull up.
He's
cross
hitting
here.
that shit.
What'd you say? Oh, you're pulling up?
Yeah, I said I would pull up, cross him real quick. It's a little step back.
All right, give us the call.
Yeah, let's hear the call.
And we got 10 seconds left. Nick gets it on the wing. Pump fake. Into the middle. Cross back.
That was good. Hey, that was good. You was good.
That'll do it for us today. Appreciate y'all tapping into the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Like and share the stream. Leave a 5-star review.
Elon Musk, like, yeah, I want to be a broadcaster.
Elon's
down the right.
Wait. Don't call
He crosses over Jeff Bezos. Step back on Mark Zuckerberg. 3 for the win. Bang! We'll catch you guys on Monday. Go Lions. Peace.